In Conversation, BFM 89.9, the business station.
Good evening, I'm Caroline O, and my guest this evening says that he got into journalism because it's honest and because you don't need to know math. I can't think of better reasons than that. It is the Group Editorial Advisor of the Malay Mail, Bernama TV and the Malaysian Reserve, Datuk Ahirudin, Attan, better known as Rocky Bru. Can I call you Rocky? Is that all right?
Please.
Rocky, all right, thanks for coming in.
Thank you, Caroline.
Very nice to have you here. Now, you've been sporting that hairdo for quite a number of years now, quite a long time, long, shaggy, very much like a rock musician.
It used to be longer.
Yeah. Tell me, what is that? You give me a very, are you musically inclined? Because you give me this rock star kind of vibe, a little bit.
No, I'm not musically inclined at all. I love music, but I suppose it's easy to manage myself like this.
All right. How often do you go for a trim?
And every 3 months,
Okay.
1 inch at a time.
Yeah.
I try to keep it long.
Yeah.
Because I believe that one day we will not have hair. So I just thought that we'll keep the hair.
Yeah, well, I hope we refers to you and not to me. Right?
Of course.
Okay, so Rocky Bru. Where does Rocky Bru come from? Why did you start with that?
Rocky
Yeah.
is a nickname. I've lived with that for maybe 30 years, since college. I tried to get rid of that, but I could not. I'm not so sure where Rocky came from, but I was told that I look like a villain in a Hindi movie back in the 70s. It's not Rocky Sylvester Stallone. Okay?
Oh.
Bru is, when you cook up something for your column,
Right.
and I used to have a column in the Sunday Times. It's supposed to be spelled B-R-E-W, but it was fashionable then to cut it short and say B-R-U, so it sort of stick
All right.
until today.
So there you have it, Rocky Bru. Because everything about you, it says rocker to me. Yeah, you stated in the preliminary questions that we sent you that the most challenging thing you've ever experienced, and one of them was a karaoke section back in the 90s. That was disastrous. So not the type of man to serenade your loved one, I take it.
No, that was really shocking. When karaoke started, when we started karaoke here, it was such an alien experience.
Well, it's a Japanese experience, I suppose.
I think after the first experience, I took it up again maybe 3-4 years later, and I never stopped after that.
Oh, really? Oh, so you're a big karaoke fan now then?
Oh, whenever I have the time. At the press club, the National Press Club, when I became president for the first time, I brought in a karaoke set and said that, okay, karaoke is going to be a mainstay for the National Press Club. We are the National Press Club. We just won the Interclub championship the other night.
The karaoke championship?
Yes, but I didn't sing. It was not me.
Well, that's it for the showbiz resume then. That's right. Okay, let's talk about something that's more up your alley, journalism. Now, you actually studied journalism, right?
Yeah, I went to ITM, graduated in 1985.
Right. So it was kind of a childhood ambition for you.
I wanted to write. I didn't want to do what my late father wanted me to do, which was to sail the world. He wanted me to be a sailor. He worked in the sea, so he wanted me to be like him. So I wanted to do something else.
Well, that would have been cool, though.
I know. We all have regrets, but so I opted for writing, and there was this journalism course in ITM, and I got in it in 82.
Right.
Graduated in 85.
Okay, ITM here, but you were raised in Singapore.
Yeah, I had my early education in Singapore.
Right.
Took the O-levels there.
Why in Singapore, though?
Because my father was with the British Army. It was way before independence, and he was manning a ship, blah blah blah, and every time he had a kid, he would send his wife, my late mom, to Malacca, give birth to all of us, and then brought all of us back to Singapore.
Okay.
Because that was where home was, from Pulau Brani right up to Jurong.
Okay. But it was important for him to have you all born in Malaysia.
I don't know why, I never asked him, but I think also partly because he needed someone to take care of my mom. And Malacca was kampung. Malacca was our hometown.
Right. Well, was it really kampung like?
Kampung betul. It was really kampung.
Right.
Back then there was not even electricity there.
Yeah.
But now we have a paved road, electricity.
Do you still have family in Malacca?
I have my sister there. My brother is still there. They came back from Singapore in the 80s.
And why not come to the city? Well, here in KL.
We have got land there, and then life is so much easier in Malacca, believe it or not.
Life is so much easier when you've got land. Let's just be frank about that.
I agree with that.
Okay. You started working life here in Malaysia as well, a cadet reporter. A cadet reporter is one that goes around collecting CVs. Is that what a cadet reporter is?
More or less. When you're a cadet reporter, journalism, funny. Journalism is like the army. You start as a cadet, and then you grow up the ranks. As a cadet, you can be told to do anything. You go and cover clock drains, assignment, and things like that.
All the fun stuff, really.
Yes, I miss all those things.
Really?
No, of course.
Okay, so that's where you started out. When I think about writers and journalists, to be specific, it appears to me that they generally tend to have respectable motives when it comes to getting into the line, sometimes idealistic reasons as well. They want to influence change, perhaps better insights, perhaps that sort of thing. But never the money, though. Never the money. They never say they want to get into writing for the money.
Yes.
So what was the appeal for you when you first got into it?
I wanted to write, as I said. Journalism seemed to be a good starting point. For someone who wants to write. I was never charting a career as a journalist for life. But I suppose journalism is so rewarding. But like you said, not financially. We get to travel. I've been to nearly 30 countries as a journalist, so I enjoyed it so much. At one point, there was, you reach a point where you can't get out. So I stayed on until I woke up one morning. I woke up this morning. I said, "Hey, I've been here 25 years."
Just like that.
Like that.
Oh my goodness! Do you remember when and where your first piece was published and what it was?
It was in Business Times. I think it must be about some problem some lorry drivers association had with the government. It's always a problem with the government.
Always. All right, but you remember it clearly. I mean, now 25 years down the road, is it still that thrill of seeing your name in print at all?
Not the same anymore. Because you have other thrills that come with the job, like getting letters from lawyers.
Of course.
Getting resignation letters from journalists. Some of them saying because they're not happy with the way you run the paper, or things like that. There's so many. You get a lot of other kicks from the job after a while.
You sound so jaded. What do you enjoy the most about Joe? What have you enjoyed the most about Joe? 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 About Joe?